Good evening. I'll call this meeting to order. We're going to have a public hearing for the acceptance of, for the planning board acceptance of Meadow Spring Drive. I'll start out by reading the notice as it appeared in the Brockton Enterprise. Notice is hereby given pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 41, Section 81T, 81U, and Planning Board Rules and Regulations, Section 3.3.10. The West Bridgewater Planning Board will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, October 6th at 8 o'clock in the McDonald Brown Conference Room at the Town Hall to discuss the street acceptance and release of surety for the Meadow Spring subdivision, Meadow Spring Drive, submitted by Jacobs Driscoll Engineering for the property located off of Spring Street. Copies available at the town clerks for review, signed by the planning board. With that being said, Mr. Driscoll, if you would introduce yourself and tell us what.
Okay, this way.
Can you see
Yes,
that?
yeah.
Can the,
Okay.
or should it be moved?
No, we got it. It's perfect, actually.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Ed Jacobs. Surveyor with Jacobs Driscoll Engineering. This is Joe Beckley, performed by TNT. Street in East Bridgewater. We're here to present this roadway acceptance and as-built plan for Meadow Spring Drive. This was an original subdivision done by DT Engineering back in 1997. It's completely built, it's been there for a while. We were asked to prepare these plans I think about a year ago, and I got involved with it about 9 months ago. The plans had actually been started and drawn, and I believe submitted by PMP, but when I got involved, I noticed that there was an error. Basically what happened was, on the original ET engineering plan, they didn't have an overall length around the cul-de-sac. They had it broken up by lots and easements. And when you added it all up, they were missing like 6.3 feet, 6.24, 6.34 feet. And the surveyor that PMP originally had doing the work held the sum of those distances and came up with like a 6-foot error in here, and reconfigured the roadway and to make up for that error, changed a lot of the lines, the bearings, went out and set the bounds actually in the wrong spot. And so when I got involved, I found the error, found out that the Zeus plan actually did close, there was just a distance missing. Went out to the site, tied into the control, tore the bounds out, put them back where they were supposed to be, and redrafted the plan. So now it's in conformance with the Zeus plan of 1997. As I said, this has been an up and running roadway, complete design for quite a while. The pavement looks good, the curving looks good, the sidewalk is in, now the bounds are in. The as-built on the second page is as per design, within satisfactory. It meets all the criteria. The profile looks good, basins are in. Like I said, it's got a full wearing course on it. So I'm here to present this plan for the signature and approval.
Okay. I'm not sure I see you've got for the, and the certification, Town of West Bridgewater Planning Board accepted by the selectmen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're supposed to have 2 boxes. I'll have to look
Okay.
through it. I know it's something that was worked out because the selectmen have to make determination
Okay.
to accept it. They have to accept it to get on the warrant for the
Yeah.
town.
Okay.
The planning board has to accept it for the completeness of it and for the release of the surety.
Correct.
So,
I wasn't sure how that worked, so
we can handle
yeah,
that
what I
afterwards.
did is
yeah.
I just went to the registry and found the last one that was approved and just put the signatures. So
Okay.
if we have to put another Board of Selectmen block on it,
Yeah,
that won't be a
it's-
problem.
And I'll get that for you.
Okay.
I'll see that you get it.
Yep.
Actually, it looks good. I took a swing through there.
Stood up well.
Yeah, no, it looks good, and it's cared for, and everything looked fine that way.
Been private up until now?
Well, they all are private until,
Yeah, I understand, but the last quite
Quite a while.
a while.
we're also going to need a description. I noticed we had a description in here that was back, I think it's 2007 when Mike
Yep.
was involved with it, but we're going to have that both for the roadway
And the drainage?
and the drainage
Okay.
easements. You probably have it in somewhere in Mike's file, but I noticed that it was in here, but we'll need. Yeah, because it was referencing a 2006 plan,
Okay.
so it's a lot of ancient history here, so.
Yep. I thought I did one, so I'm pretty sure I have it done. I can just get it over to you.
Yeah, it isn't in the package that I'm seeing. Now, you mentioned two sheets up there. We only have one here. We only have one Mylar and one sheet, one set of prints. Which is this one? The one that you're showing.
Okay.
You need one for street acceptance.
Well, the other one just shows the horizontal without the vertical.
Right.
And it
That's
does.
the acceptance plan. This would be the as-built plan.
All right.
Yeah. So which one do you have the Mylar to? The acceptance?
We have the
Yeah.
as-
Yeah,
As-built.
with this one,
This one, okay.
yeah.
That's all right.
Because when you first showed it, I said, well, he just brought something for a presentation, and then I did, then when
I
you
haven't seen
said,
that before.
and then when you said sheet two, I knew something we were missing.
Yeah.
But we gotta come up with that anyway, so
Yeah.
we can come up with, where's that? Sir, are you here for this street?
Yeah, I live on the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a public hearing. Do you have any questions or concerns or anything that?
I guess, I mean, what is it, does that make it not a private way anymore if it's?
Well, any road that's built is a private way until it is accepted. And this is, first of all, it has to be, the planning board has to accept that the road has been built the way it should be. And also at that time, we can release some surety because the developer of this we have a bank book with his money in it. Then the second thing is we accept it, or we recommend it to go to town meeting and being accepted as a public road. As it is now, a private road, you and your neighbor would be responsible for anything on it, but it can be made into a public road. It was all constructed per the design standards that the town has, and it was done well, and as Mr. Jacobs has just told us, it's all pretty much in compliance with it, and this is just the next step. Have the bounds been set?
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
you said you reset them.
Reset.
Yeah, I see the symbols here, but I didn't, but that may be on sheet one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, any questions of anybody here? I think until we have the final plans and the deed conveyance, which will have to run by town council before, for acceptance before, because the vote we take actually releases the surety, so we don't want to do that at this time. But I, for one, speaking for myself, I don't see any problem with it. He did a good job doing it, and it all went together.
Right.
So,
I don't have any problem.
okay, I will get you the sample plan of what the other thing should have. You will get a legal description, and in fact, email it to me, and I will it'll be easier being emailed, then I'll just forward it to the town council and
Okay.
ask them to review it,
Yep.
just to speed things up. We're not going to be meeting again for 3 weeks, and as you might have heard earlier, we have 3 public hearings
Right.
on that night. I don't think you want to be around that night. So that's the first Wednesday, the second, the third Wednesday, the second meeting of November. So that should give us plenty of time to get everything together.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we continue the public hearing into the date? Let me get it correct.
Do you want to hang on to that?
So when I come back, when I resubmit 2 Mylars, and how many copies do you want?
It'd be the November 20th meeting at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just bring in a couple of prints. Wait till we assign it and agree on it, and then we'll make them up, because we're going to want ones for the highway, for the water department, for the building, because of all the as-built information on it.
Right.
So let's just make it up. So why don't you bring in 3 copies? Just make 3 prints. And
Along with the Mylar? Are you saying to wait on the Mylar?
let's wait on the Mylar.
Right, so this thing is 3 prints?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we can vote on it.
Okay.
And I also have something for you.
Right.
Bill.
Oh, okay.
You can pass it on.
Yep.
You would?
Sure. Will do.
Okay.
Want to take those? Or you want to keep up with your records? Or?
Let me keep one. We don't need any more. You don't want to take 3
I'd
of
like one.
that. Okay.
And at least if I have any questions,
Yeah.
most of it will be on there, so.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Very good. Okay.
Here's the
Thank you.
elastic that we want.
Great. All right. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you for
Have a good
coming
evening.
in.
Where is it?
Right across from, across from Evanwood. Underneath the Banana.
That's why you don't know it, because it's in there so friggin' long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Banana.
yeah.
And it's, you don't even see the houses from the street. It's-
No.
Yeah.
I-
Just-
Google Maps and I'm like, there's 3 houses back there?
No, 2.
One way long driveway to the second house. There's one house right at the end of the cul-de-sac, and the other one, there's a driveway goes out back.
Yeah, lot 1 actually there was frontage on Spring Street. So there's 2 new lots.
When they first built that, we had some kind of a controversy about people angle parking on the street. And, someone else complained there was no room to park. People angle parked everything off.
Yeah, and it was because the house out front didn't get along with the house out back.
And the cul-de-sac looks huge. You're driving this little street, it's
And I
a,
think we downsized that somewhat because the natural flow of the house, of the lot out front, we didn't want to cut it off, so.
is that a 60-foot? Yeah, it is a 60-foot, but it looks huge because it's
Nothing out there.
Nothing else there.
All done with your public hearing?
Pardon?
All done?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a log cabin out back. I built it for his mother.
Which house did Jimmy live in, Ed? Which,
Three?
which,
Lot